if you would like to make more money in your business and change the quality of your life, there's one single ingredient that goes behind everything else you're probably thinking of. Because you can have all the strategies, the tactics, the funnels, the sales process, the lead process, the referral process. You can have all of these things, but without this one single ingredient, you're also on the quality of your life, you're going to have a very difficult time. See, you might have or want to put certain habits into place, or you might want to raise your standards, or you might want to make some other change, or you might want to show up in your relationship at a higher level. How much would the quality of your life change if you showed up to that relationship at a higher level, if you showed up to your business at a higher level, or your job, or whatever it may be? What if you weren't so casual, maybe you are, maybe you're not, about life? Well, there's one thing that is going to change that. And it's going to sound simple, but here it is. Energy. You have to raise your energy. Have you ever been around somebody that has higher energy? They have this infectious, contagious charisma and energy about them. And you want to be around them more. Not the kind of angry energy, not the nervous energy, but the energy that says, I am certain, I am strong, I am resolved. The kind of energy that exudes confidence. So when people talk about operating at a higher frequency, whatever, they're talking about energy. Because all progress starts with desire. And you can't have desire without energy. How often do you desire something if you have no energy? So if you want to have progress in your life, if you want to increase the profits in your business, if you want to change your relationship, no matter what it is, do you know how difficult it is to have good habits that move you towards your goal if you're in a low energy state all the time? So I talk to people about this, and they don't understand why it's so important to have a degree of fitness or health in your life. You don't have to be jacked like me. You don't have to have those things. But if you're not doing something that allows you to operate at a high energy state where you can show up and you can run the whole day long at a high level, if you're a business owner, how do you plan on motivating your employees? See, you've got some people out there and they take umbrage. They say, I'm not a motivator. They hate the word being a motivator. But a motivator creates desire. A motivator helps give people, they help raise people's energy level. They help raise their frequency. Because, Zig Ziglar said, I like my motivation like I like baths or my baths. I need them every single day. And that's true. At least for me, I need motivation every single day, guys. I go to YouTube, I go to audiobooks, I go to programs, I hop on the phone with people. Man, hopping on the phone with some of the people that read my book, dude, it's motivating. It's motivating hearing the change that they're having in their life, and you can tell their energy is higher. See, if you look at the state of the world today, people are pessimistic about the country. People are pessimistic about where we're at. We're here before the election in 2024, and people are pessimistic. And if you don't have a hope for the future, then people just don't try at all. And oftentimes, the truth is, people oftentimes won't even try that hard for themselves. People will try hard for an ideal. They'll try hard for something that's bigger than themselves. And that's, as a business owner, speaking directly to business owners, if you are one, or if you ever want to be one, or even if you're just in a company, that's why you have to cast that vision out. And if you're not a high energy person, then you've got to find high energy people to come in, to speak to your team, to motivate your team. Because business is a game of incentives. And when you incentivize them more, when you help raise that energy, you're going to bring and attract more business to yourself. That's just a law of nature. I went to get a haircut last week, and I walked in the place, and it was like there was no energy to it. I didn't feel good. I didn't like it. Like I'm a creative. I'm an obsessed person. I want if I'm gonna take the time to go get a haircut, I don't want it to just be a haircut. I'm not just showing up for a haircut, man. I want an experience. I want a certain vibe, a certain enthusiasm, a vitality. Like I want a place that charges me up. I don't want to feel drained after going to a place. That's why you can have a restaurant that can have the same food as another restaurant, but their prices can be double because they create an atmosphere and energy that people enjoy and they want to be around. So let me ask you personally, do you have this sort of energy? How do you feel on the day to day? Are you doing the things that you need to do? Because here's really the truth of it. The truth of it is you've got to take care of your health. But if you're already in a low energy state, it's hard to do. Like it's a vicious cycle. And when you get in that downward spiral, the only way to change it is to go upwards. The only way to change it is you've got to make that mental shift, and you have to have the willpower, not for long, but for long enough to get yourself on the right trajectory to raise your energy. And that's a key as well. You look at people that have successful relationships. I'm not saying high energy will make it successful. You've got to have the right other ingredients as well, man. You got to pick a good partner. You got to show up at a high level. They've got to show up at a high level. You've got to do things in a certain way. And that's part of knowing your values. But have you ever shown up to a date just low energy, man? Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. No, nobody's going to call you back. You ain't getting called back, bro. You know? Like, it's not going to happen. So we intuitively understand this. Like, logically, it probably makes sense. But let me ask you, if you look at your life over the last just 3 months, are you somebody that has that kind of energy? Because if you are, then chances are, if you're not where you want to be or you have a big goal, you want to do something else, chances are you just lack just one of the other things, man. These are all learnable. These are just skill sets. Knowledge is a skill set, man. Knowledge can be acquired, right? Beliefs can be acquired. I didn't have certain beliefs years ago, and guess what? I had people that let me borrow their beliefs. I had people that lent me their beliefs, their certainty. And because of that, I was filled with this certainty, this desire, these beliefs. And because I was filled with that, I went and did some pretty big stuff, which is great. So you don't always even have to have that belief. You got to get around the people. Whatever it may be, those people are always going to have a certain degree of energy. They're always going to have a certain degree of vitality and enthusiasm. So if you're in business and you're not creating this culture and you're getting smoked by other people, it's a simple thing, man. It sounds simple. Surface level, people are like, yeah, I just need to have more energy. But more energy gives you the resources to be creative, to be more resourceful, to actually think at a higher level. There's one of the reasons in the middle of 2020, everything that was going on there. When people are in a heightened state of fear, they're A, both more compliant, and they B, lose their creativity to think and to innovate. And I believe those are the things that we're made for. I believe those are some of the best qualities you can have. So it sounds really simple, but don't discount it. Hey, be great, everyone.